Most men think that etiquette is about being polite. It's not. Etiquette is truly about power, respect, and self-control. Today, I'm breaking down 12 etiquette rules that every man must know, because these aren't about manners. They're about how men judge you, how women read you, and whether or not people take you seriously the minute you walk in the room. Think of these as high-value man etiquette 101. Things that you need to do as a man to be taken seriously and to have all the advantages that you deserve, all right? Speaking of an advantage, I want you to smell better than everybody else. And so before I get into this list, a deal for you. Right now, limited time, $30. Guys, right now for a limited time, if you want to grab this deal, I'm giving it to you for $30, all right? What you're going to get is a Rebel fragrance, which is the #1 selling fragrance at Pete and Pedro. You're also going to get the refillable travel sprayer for $30, all right? Rebel, just so you know, is inspired by Creed Aventus. I was tired of spending $500 for a bottle, and so I went to the lab and I created Rebel. It's not a copy or clone, but it is heavily inspired. All right, you're also going to get this. It is a travel sprayer. The way that it works, all right, all you do is remove the top and the sprayer from your fragrance, and it's got this little nozzle, and what you're going to do is put it on there and just simply pump it up. And check it out. You're filling up that little reservoir inside of the travel sprayer. And then when you're ready to smell amazing, just give yourself a little bit of the good stuff. Gentlemen, right now, limited time, $30 for both of these, all right? Supplies are limited, so if you're interested, hit the link, do not wait. So #1 is control your emotions in public, all right? This is foundational masculinity. All right, men who lose control of their emotions and get all angry or excited or mad basically lose authority instantly. Think about it. When's the last time you were out and you saw somebody freak out at like a cashier or a waiter or something, right? All of a sudden, everybody will look because there's somebody that's behaving badly. Automatically, that person loses. Even if you get mad or even if something doesn't go well, by you having the ability to control your temper and talk through the situation calmly and confidently, it automatically shows respect for both them, you, and the people you're with. #2 is overly explaining yourself. Stop it. There's no need, right? Confident men don't need to justify everything that they do or everything that they say. All right, here's an example. All right, if something is happening and you don't like it, you just saying, that doesn't work for me, beats a 60-second explanation of why that doesn't work for you. You don't need to justify it. When you try to over-explain yourself or justify every decision, every action, it makes you look like you're seeking validation or that you're uncertain. #3, your phone never comes first, all right? And this is a huge etiquette issue that we got to talk about, all right? Whether or not you're with friends, you're on a date, you're in a meeting, you're with your friends, your family, your phone should never take priority over the people or the situation that you're in, all right? You laying your phone on the table with it facing up sends the message to other people that you're not interested, you're bored, or there's potentially something better that you need to tend to. By you checking it throughout the evening, also an issue. What I recommend is keep it out of sight. Don't even have it on the table. In your pocket is best. If you need to check it, excuse yourself, go to the bathroom and check it. #4 is speak calmly, clearly, and at the right volume. And this one is a big one, all right? If people hear you before they see you, you've already lost. In today's world of people trying to get attention by just being loud and obnoxious, it's a huge turnoff. And so what I recommend, if you are wanting to be the alpha or the confident man in the room, speak a little softer, a little slower, and allow people the opportunity to lean in. Don't curse. All right, don't be super loud, don't yell, don't scream. And let people finish before you speak, which is actually the 5th tip and etiquette rule that you need to understand. Too often we wait for our turn to talk, and so you'll interrupt, all right? Interrupting isn't dominance, it's rudeness, honestly. Allow people the opportunity to get their point across. When somebody's saying something, pause for about half a second before you actually go. This changes everything. All right, confident, dominant men listen carefully, speak selectively, and pause to allow for people to feel like they've been heard. #6 is handle money quietly. All right, now, a lot of you are like, wait, what are you talking about? Let me explain. Talking about money, whether or not it's good or bad, in the wrong company, basically lowers its value. Wealthy, confident men treat money like it's normal. They're not talking about it. They're not boasting. They're not flexing. They're not making like a big theatrical thing if they want to pick up the bill. All right, if you want to pay for a meal or take your friend out or treat your friend, do it, but there's a way to do it in a more classy, casual way that's not so like, I got this, like bang your chest, right? Whether or not it's you pull the waiter or waitress to the side or just say at the end of the meal, you know what? Let me get this. You get it next time or whatever, but it'd be my honor. Like, please let me. I got so much value. I'm just really thankful to see you. Like, but don't make it some big, like, grand, huge gesture. Just treat it kind of casual, cool, and like it's no big deal. Number 7, always introduce people properly, all right? Names equal respect. Context equals leadership. All right, so let me give you an example, all right? John, this is Sarah. She runs marketing for X, all right? The names, you got the names right, and then context, what she actually does. It's a small gesture, but it makes a big impact. Introducing somebody by their name and giving context to who they are and why they're important to you or the situation, it automatically puts you in a position of social power and competence. Number 8 is dress one level above what is expected. And this one we talk about often, but the deal is, even if it's a casual situation, you dressing like smart casual or just putting effort into looking good is something that's going to pay off, all right? When people see or view people that are dressed well, it automatically signals respect. It also is a sign that you respect yourself. If you show up and you're sloppy, you're not ironed, your outfit's a wreck, right? It lets the world know that you don't value yourself. You don't take yourself seriously. Number 9 is never complain in public, all right? If you complain and bitch in public, it signals that you are entitled, you are weak, and that you are out of touch. None of which is a good thing, all right? Even if you get like bad service, handle it like a man, handle it with respect. If you want to vent a little bit later privately to your significant other or a close friend, then fine. But when you complain in public, basically people automatically perceive you as negative and like a little bitch, all right? Number 10 is stand when you're being introduced. Now this one's old school, but it's still super powerful. Whether or not it's on a date, a business environment, or it's with somebody older, it doesn't matter. When you're being introduced, I want you to stand. It signifies respect, but it also signifies confidence. Number 11, leave every space better than you found it. Say thank you, say please, put your shit away. Push in your chair when you're done. All right, throw your stuff away. All right, clean up after yourself. It's these little small things. And this goes for really any environment. Whether or not you're a guest in somebody's home and you're going to their house for dinner or an event, or you're just meeting somebody for coffee, make sure that you reposition and place everything back or clean up after yourself. And last, but certainly not least, the 12th etiquette rule that you need to follow is do nice things without announcing it. All right, the minute you point out that you did something, basically, it's all about show at that point, and you're trying to make people be like, oh, like he's such a good guy or whatever, right? Whether or not it's, all right, opening a car door, opening the door for somebody walking in, giving up your seat for somebody that might be standing on a bus or a subway, doing little things, helping out other people, right? Anything you can do to basically be of service to other people is something I want you to do. It's respectful, it's also courteous, and it feels amazing if I'm being honest. Small, subtle acts of kindness or gestures done in quiet that truly move the etiquette needle. They're not loud, they're not boasting, they're not bragging. They're quiet, but they're effective. They're also super powerful. Opening the car door for a woman. Let her get in, shut the door. Don't slam her hand like I did years ago. Broke her hand, bad story, still made out with her. Your boy's a G. I'm kidding, but I did. Anyway, opening the door, all right, when somebody's walking in, or even if they're not with you, opening the door and letting people pass, all right, makes a difference. Saying please, saying thank you, all right, doing the things that you need to do in order to be a gentleman, all right. The fact is the world needs more gentlemen. Are you willing and ready to step up and make it happen? Down below, let me know.